Okay, all right, we're recording. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining us on week number 3 of 6 weeks to success. I am really excited to let you know that our guest speaker for today is none only than Denise Hess. And just to give you a little bit of background on Denise, I've known Denise for probably more years than both of us want to admit. But
Right.
she has been selling Pampered Chef for 21 years. She has been invited to President's Club twice. And let me just tell you what President's Club is. It is the top people in the company. And they're invited at conference to go and have a reception with both Doris and all the top officers of Pampered Chef. So it's really a huge honor to be invited to that. And you get that way by being the top in the company, sales, recruiting, promoting directors, team sales. But just to let you know that in her 21 years in Pampered Chef, Denise has sold $1.6 million worth of Pampered Chef. Exactly. So I think we want to pay close attention to what Denise has to say today. And she's going to talk to us. It's about a subject that I think is so important because without it, besides bookings, without it, you might not have the success you want in your business. So Denise is going to talk to us about her host coaching techniques. So take it away, Denise.
Okay. Thank you very much, Wendy. And I'm honored to be on the call with you today. And so at the end, if you have any questions, let me know. So what we do is go through my system on host coaching. I was just looking at my show average. My show average for my kitchen shows are about 700, and my catalog show average are about 420. So I always make sure I really host coach my hosts because, you know, that's the big thing. You got people that book parties, but they don't know what to do. So you want to tell them what to do. And that's what our job is to do, is tell them what to do. So I've got a couple systems in place that I do every month. And I do probably 8 to 12 to 15 parties a month. So I have to have a system in place. And I do this regularly. I don't skip it. I don't not do it because I'm afraid if I don't do it, then they're going to cancel or something is going to happen. So the first thing I do is, and I think Wendy does this too, is we do a postcard system. And I've got these postcards. I don't know if you can see them. I've got this postcard, if I can hold up to the screen, this one here that I send out like the month before. Like if I'm sending out my packets for July, I'll send this out at the end of May. And it just has the date and time of the party. And this just helps me to confirm that they have a party coming up. And if they need to cancel, they need to tell me. And I'll even tell them about the postcards coming out when I actually book the party. This way, I hopefully will encounter, if there's any cancellations, I don't pay the postage, just send that packet out before that packet goes out. I do send out all my packets by the 15th of the previous month. So like all my August packets are on my floor to go out tomorrow. So and I'll send them all out. I don't straggle them because I don't want to keep doing packets all the time. So I just make them all go out all at the same time. Then I'll send a guilt letter, and this is just something that I got from somebody else, and I just hand wrote it, and I kind of cheated because I was doing so many shows that I actually did one master and copied it because I was just doing so many and it was taking a lot of time. So I just copied it on a master and took it to Office Depot and had them, do good copies for me.
I will have Denise take a picture of it and I will post it on our 6 weeks to success page.
Could do that. And what I love about this postcard or this thing is it just knows that, I'm thanking them for hosting the party with me and that they're helping me to earn a trip. And if you are new and the trip's not what you're working for, maybe it's your first shows, or thank you for, helping me be in my first, be my shows in my first 6, in my first 30 days, whatever you want to put down at the bottom, you can. And so I really like it because I get so many of my hosts go, did I help you make you towards your trip? Did I help? I know it's a little bit. I'm like, every little bit helps. So I love this. And it seems like when they know I'm working for something, they know it's real and they don't hardly cancel. Then I'll send out another postcard. And this one here is just to ask me, about ask everybody, just to remind them. So, and what I'm finding with the postcards is it's just another way to host coach them without me calling them, because, you know, sometimes you can't get these hosts. And so by getting the things in the mail, and they do appreciate it because they don't get stuff in the mail, it's always junk mail all the time. And then I'll send this one out. It just talks about the party, you know, it's getting ready to come close and that they need to do their reminder calls. So I'll send that about a week before the party, and I've skipped over one, but this is another one that I send out with their link on here, because, and it's so funny because I'll see people take a picture of this postcard with the link, and they'll text it to people, and they'll say, you know, check this out. And then, you know, instead of them typing it in all the time, it's right here on the postcard. So I send all those postcards out, and I have a tickler file. I don't know if you can see this. It's just a little basket, and it's got all these postcards in there with the dates in the corner of them. So it just tells me what day I need to send them out. So that way I'm not sitting here writing all these cards out later. So I'll usually send them, and then about after the packets go out, I'll email them a link to their party. And then I'm actually using Wendy's email, so which I love, so I'm still using that today. So thank you, Wendy, for sharing that email with me. Then I'll send red stamps. Are y'all familiar with red stamps? Does everybody know that? So I'll send it. It's on your phone. Well, I lost my phone. Oh, here. It's an app that's on that you can download, and it's just a way you can make an invitation, and it's just a picture invitation. And I know Wendy uses it, so I know she can share with you. But yeah, and so I won't go into that because Wendy can show you. But it's just another invitation that you can send out to your host so that they can. And I'll put a note that says, "Hey, send this out to your friends and family through your phone as another way to invite them to your party." So again, it gives them another one, because a lot of people don't have addresses, but they have their cell phone number, so they can send that out. Then after all my packets go out, probably next week, I'll text all my hosts and say, "Hey, did you get your packet?" They'll text me back and say, "Yes." I'll say, "When can we talk?" And then we work out a time to talk. So I try to keep my name in front of them a lot before the party. And then about a week and a half before the show, I'll text them and see if we can talk about a menu. And I just say it's a really quick call. I'll just give you 3 choices of recipes, and then I'll email that grocery list to you. So again, I'm putting some more host coaching through an email when they get the grocery list. Then about a week before the party, I'll text them again and say, "Hey, I'm excited about your party this weekend or this Thursday. Is everybody else excited?" Again, they're seeing my name again and that I'm excited about their party. And then I'll send one more red stamp a day before the party. That's a reminder stamp. And it just says, "Hey, just a reminder." It's another stamp that they can send to their friends to remind them about their party. And then below it, I'll ask for directions to the party and how many people are coming and that type of thing. So I know it sounds like a lot, but really it's not. It's a quick text or send out through the mail when you do it. So when I make up a card, I just fill all this stuff out and stick it in my tickler file. So now I've got a person I got to call, and Wendy, you're going to be my host, correct?
Okay.
So, but in my packet, I keep it simple because I don't want to put a lot of stuff, because as you know, they don't read what's in their packet a lot. So I just make a planner. I just got the planner. I just printed this off of Consultant Corner, and I just made it copies front and back. And then I did some highlighting of things that I wanted to do. And then I'll write up here at the top, their show date, their link, everything I have. And I always highlight $1,000 party. Always, always. That was scary for me when I first started to host coach, because I thought, oh, nobody's going to hit $1,000. Why put that on there? And it took me a long time to utter, how would you like to do $1,000 party? But now it's nothing, because if you don't tell them what they're working for, they're not working for anything. So I'll put the planner in here, and I'm also create labels. And these I can, I print, they're 10 on a page. And so I print all these labels. I still do today postcards. I still buy the pack of 40 postcards, and I still send labels out. But they love this because now they can just peel these and stick them on the postcard. And I'm finding I'm not getting any postcards back because they're actually using them, and they're handing them to friends and family. They're mailing what they need to, and it's just really nice. They really love sticking this on here. Again, the link is on here too, so they don't have to, so if somebody can't make it, they can say, hey, I've got the link to my party on that sticker. And then I'll put the host and guest specials and 2 order forms, and then the Life Tastes Great and a catalog. So I don't put anything fancy into my packets, and probably with the same thing Wendy or you guys do too into your packet. So now here's what I know you're wanting to hear is the role play part of it. And it's going to be a little hard because I'm actually looking at Wendy versus being on the phone. I may have to turn around so that I don't see her. But I still today, after 21 years, have my cheat sheet. And I still get this out when I wake up and make a call. It's like my security blanket because, you know, I'm afraid I'm going to miss something or I'll get sidetracked or something. So, and if I think of something, I'll write it down. So you probably have one of these too. And I always tell my new ones is, you know, make yourself a note, make yourself a cheat sheet because, you know, it's hard to tell them everything and to keep it on a row. Okay. So Wendy, you kind of have all this stuff in front of you, right?
Okay. Yep, I sure do.
Okay. So ring, ring.
Hello.
I'm going to look down just so I'm not looking at you. Okay. So I'm not making the eye contact.
I totally get it.
So, all right. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Is Wendy there?
This is her.
Hey, Wendy. This is Denise with the Pampered Chef. Are you busy?
No, I got a few moments.
Awesome. Awesome. I wanted to go through your packet with you. I didn't know if you had a few minutes. It takes me about 10 minutes to do it. Do you have that time tonight to do that?
Sure. I'd love to.
Great. Do you have your packet handy?
Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Let me go get it. Oh, I've got it right here in front of me.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. In your packet, you should have your planner. It says the Pampered Host. Do you have that?
Oh, I sure do. I see it.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I wanted to make sure my date was good with you. I have our party coming up August the 15th at 6 o'clock. Is that still good for us?
Yes, it is.
Awesome. Also, I've got some catalogs in there. Do you see those in your packet?
I do.
Great. Well, I want to let you know that the catalog is still fairly new. It just came out March 1st, and a lot of people haven't seen that book. So as you're passing that book around and showing it to people to get orders or to invite them to your party, just make sure they know that it's new because you'll get people say, oh my goodness, I have everything in the catalog. Well, this way you can tell them that a book just came out and there's lots and lots of new things in that catalog. And the other thing I want you to do is to make your wish list. I want you to go through the catalog and start making a wish list. Have you had a chance to look through that book?
I have, and I do have a piece of paper started with some items on there.
Great. What are a couple things that you have on your wish list?
Well, I'm really eyeing the rock crock.
Oh my goodness. We will be demoing that one. Usually a lot of my recipes that I make are in the rock crock. So that would be, you'll get to see it firsthand in action and touch and feel it. So what are some other things you have?
Well, some of the other things that are on my list is I was looking at that summer flyer you sent, and I like that cold brew coffee maker.
Oh,
yeah.
That is awesome. Well, I bring that with me, and I can go ahead and brew it the night before. That kind of give you a taste of what that's like. So I can give you a couple other things I have on hand that you can serve with it. How's that sound?
Oh, that would be awesome. That would be great.
Okay, well, I'll bring that with me as so everybody can sample because we won't have time because it has to steep overnight for us.
Oh, okay, great.
Also, you should see some invitations, some stickers in your packet. Do you see that?
I sure do. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'll just put the stickers in there. My hosts love it because now you don't have to handwrite anything. You just get those hand cramps. So you can just peel them and stick them on the invitation. And what I want you to do is just take all those invitations and stick them and then just hand them out to friends, family, neighbors, take them to work, put them in your purse. That way, if you're out and about, you can see people to hand those invitations. And then just mail the ones you're not going to see on that. Now, as you're passing the invitations out, you're going to have people that say right off the bat, I can't come because I got to work or kids are in sports. When that happens, you want to get an order from them. You're going to ask them if they want to order anything. And you can ask things like, hey, would you like to order anything? And here's how you're going to figure an order. Well, first, you're going to have a link. Did you get the email from me that I sent you? It said Pampered Chef, important instructions.
I sure did.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, in that email is your hyperlink to your party. And you can share that with friends and family. You can post it on Facebook. You can, type it in. It's a really short, easy link, but it is cap sensitive. So where you see the capital letters, you want to make sure you capitalize that because you'll text me back and say my link is not working. So share that with them. Also, you want to have an order form because if you take it to work and somebody says you can't come, you're going to want to go ahead and get their order. So do you see your order form in your packet?
I sure do.
Okay. So what you're going to do on that is you're going to fill out the top of it with their information, and then you're going to write down everything they want. When you write down everything you want, they're going to total it up. And when you total it, do you see in the middle of the order form where it says guest special, pick one free item at $75?
Yeah, I do. Mm-hmm.
So what that is if your guest spends over $75, they are going to get a free gift. And if you look over to the left, you're going to see pictures of everything that they get to pick from. But what I always tell my hosts is to make sure when you're giving them an outside order to go ahead and share that. Just say, hey, check this out. If you spend over $75, you get one of these items for free. And they're going to go, oh, I want that scraper. And they're going to spend the $75 to get that for free. So you always want to bring that to their attention when that happens, when you're giving them an order form. So you're going to add up their sales and get a total. Do you see shipping on there where it says $7.25, $9.25, and 7% and the 5 1/4?
I do.
Okay.
Yes.
What that means is if you don't mind it coming to your house, you sorting it out and delivering it to your friends and family, charge them 5 1/4. It means you're going to get it and you're going to take it to them. But if you're going to put it out on Facebook and they're out of state or out of town, that's where the direct ship comes into place. And so that's based on sales. So you'll pick a shipping based on how much they spend. At your show, I'm going to ask everybody if they want to ship it to you or ship it to them. And a lot of times they'll say ship it to them because they don't want to bother you with the order. But I want to let you just know how you want to pick it. So add up sales, pick a shipping, get a total, and since I don't know what your Florida tax rate, but mine's 7%, so you're going to charge them 7% sales tax. Now they're going to make all their cash and checks payable to me, Denise Hess, up until the party and at the party. Now once I come to your house and do the show, if there's any more straggler orders that come in after the fact, you can have them make their cash and checks payable to you, and you'll just make a deposit into your account, and then you'll give me a debit card or credit card to close it out. How's that sound?
Sounds great. Perfect.
Yeah.
Can they pay with credit card if they want to?
They sure can. Just write their credit card number on there, and I will put that in when I get the orders from you. Just let them know they will not get charged their credit card until I submit the whole party. So just let them know that they won't see it that day on that.
Okay.
There'll be a little bit of a delay. But you can see how with spending 75, they really would love that. So make sure, if they can't make it to the party, to go ahead and get their orders. A lot of my hosts will have $200 to $300 before I even show up at the party. So that's why you want to go ahead and get them ahead of time, because you don't want to have to backtrack and try to get those outside orders. Also, now how would you love to have $215 in free products?
Oh, I would. I can get my rock for free.
I know, that's right. Well, with the with getting $215 in free product, that's $1,000 parties. And we have seen so many hosts hit the $1,000 level. What we're seeing is a lot of people aren't going out to eat as much. They're staying home and they're cooking more. So they want to come to the Pampered Chef parties. Also, they are trying to eat more healthier. So they're trying to see, what's going into their food. So they're needing the gadgets to make their job a lot easier. And a lot of people haven't been to a party in a while. So they're wanting to come and see just what it's all about with all the new products. So a lot of my hosts are hitting the $1,000. So at that level, you're going to get $215 in free, 5 items at 50% off, and an unlimited 30% discount. How cool is that?
Oh, that would be great. I could get everything on my wish list.
I know. The rock could be your 50%, and then everything else could be free. That is really cool. Plus, because you booked your party in August, you get a piece of cookware. Do you have any of our cookware?
I have the grill pan, and I absolutely love it. And I would love to get that 12-inch family skillet.
Oh my goodness, isn't that awesome? Just so you know your cookware has a lifetime warranty on it. So just make sure you know that warranty's there. But that's what I love about our cookware, because of the warranty. And with your party going on in August, you can be able to get one of the pieces of open stock cookware, and even the 5 or 6 or 7 piece, 5 or 7 piece set. There's a list in your packet that shows you all those. So you'll be able to get one of those at 60% plus all the free, the half off, and the discount things. That's why people love having parties, because they get things, at all these different, all the different free half off and you know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
The other thing that you're going to get is you're going to get people that when they say they can't make it, or they say things like, oh gosh, I want so much stuff in the catalog, or man, money is tight. Ask them if they like to host a show of their own, because that's where the the fun gets coming in. Because if they book a party, say they book it in September and October, and you go to that party to place an order because they came to yours and you want to help out a host, you're going to get any item or set at 50% at their party plus your 10% off for a full year. Isn't that pretty cool?
Wow. Yes.
Yeah. I love it because it's the gift that keeps on giving. And so your party is closed and you're still going to get gifts even after it's closed. So if you get somebody that's interested in doing a party, just make sure you get their name and number, and I'll call them and get that all set up. But I'll be working on the parties at your show because I want that gift to keep on going for you. So we're going to be asking everybody. Also, here's the biggie is people are going to tell you they're coming, but you know what? They totally forget. So what you want to do is the day or two before, you constantly want to keep putting your name out there and keep inviting them. But the other thing is you want to make sure, like the day or two before, you're going to say, hey, my consultant's trying to get a head count. She's trying to see how many people are coming for food, for food. Then you want to be able to blame me, because a lot of times what happens is it's hard to say, hey, are you coming or not? But if you say, hey, my consultant's trying to get a head count, it's much easier to come across a text or come across the phone. So that way you can get a better head count too. I need to know how many catalogs to bring. I don't want to plan for 5 people coming and 25 show up. So I want to make sure I have enough material and food for everybody. So totally blame me. The other thing is, now, there is another brochure in there. It says Taste a Good Life. Do you see that? It's a little orange brochure in there.
Yes, I do.
Awesome. Well, what that brochure is, it just talks a little bit about what I do as a consultant, how all the, having making your own income, but also on the back of it talks about the income opportunity to how much you can make per show, but it also talks about our kits, because it's such a good business. And I know a lot of people are looking for some extra money because expenses are going up, but their paycheck is not. Hey, do you know anybody that's looking for a part-time job, or maybe yourself?
No, not right at the moment, but you know what? I'll be happy to pass along that information if I hear of anybody.
Yeah, do, because you know what? I hate to do the parties for you, and, friends and family love to help out our hosts. So if you decide that is something you want to do, I'd rather give the bookings back to you so that you can make the income versus me. So I'll ask again during our second and third call just to see, because, life happens, things change, and I want to be able to make sure you're very informed in what you're just, if this is something you want to do. So, but the big thing is invite, over invite, because it's a numbers game. If you only invite 10 people, only 1 or 2 people are to come. I put 40 invitations. Trust me, in my 21 years, I've never had 40 show up at a house. If you do, you're going to be my very first one to do that. But what's going to happen is only a third will, so you'll have 12 to 15, but then the day of, you're going to get a cancellation or 2, and you're down to 8 to 10. So that's why we want to over invite and encourage people to bring. So again, this is my longest call with me, and the next couple I'll just text you to talk about a menu. That'll be about a week and a half, and that's a really quick call. And then a day or two before, I'll text you to get directions and a head count. So
perfect.
That's my host coaching call. So
all right.
So I don't know. I may have missed a couple other things. So it just depends on what your hosts start talking to you about that you pull off of. So, but the biggie is just, getting them to get a booking for you and getting the sales, before the show and the people there.
Awesome. Perfect. Okay, so that's your complete system. You know what I do want you guys to realize is, like Denise says, she does have a lot of steps, but it's not done all at one time. It's done throughout the time, from the time she books the show to the time the show happens. Mm-hmm. She is actually, what she's doing is she's ensuring that her party is held, that her party does not cancel the night before because there's been hardly any contact. Okay. All right. So who has a question for Denise? Nobody? Not even a single question?
That's good.
No. Yeah. That is awesome.
That means you're a good explainer.
Yeah, that's right.
It's hard to be on this end when you're talking to being on the phone, I had to look down because I'm like,
I know. It is really hard. I'm surprised. I would have to be like this if I was doing it,
I almost did, but I thought, well, I could do this if I looked down, because that was one thing I was nervous about. I thought, I'm used to talking on the phone. I've never done them in person. I know some consultants will do them hosting. I don't know if I could. I'd much rather do them on the phone. I go faster.
Right. Yeah. You know what? I agree. I agree. And that was fantastic. I love the idea, Denise, that you take your planner and you've marked it up. That is your master copy. So you pull it out every single time when you make host coaching calls. And I have a question. Do you, I know you say you text your host, but do you have like a set schedule do you like to do your host coaching on Mondays or Tuesdays, or do you just...
No, I just, when I got time, because I have 2 kids, and so it's hard to know I have set days. So
Okay.
when I'm like next week, I'll look ahead and go, okay, I'm off on this day. I don't have the party this day or this day. And I'll text them. Usually I try to text them the day before and say, hey, did you get your packet? And they'll text back yes. And I'll say, hey, can you talk tonight or before 2 the next day? Because that before 2 for me is my kids are in school. So, and I'm say, if it's before 2, can you talk on a break or a lunch? It only takes me 10 minutes. And when school's in, that's been so nice because I'm getting my host coaching done before the kids get home and I'm not on the phone in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned that it was hard for me to do that because I've always called people in the evening. And so to be able to call before 2 and do it on their lunch hour has been great. And a lot of times the only thing I have problems with is trying to set the times and remembering the call. You know, I'm trying to line them out. My phone I only know how to do one thing at a time. I'm afraid I know how to do it. I just got to do it. But, to remember to call them at 3 o'clock at noon for their lunch,
Mm-hmm.
So,
right.
But it's been nice to get at that all done. So really I kind of look ahead and look and see what my schedule is and try to do it where I can talk in the evening and by 2 the next day. And if that don't work, then I'll text out again and say, hey, can we try it again tonight or before 2 tomorrow, And some of them will say, I can't talk at work. And I'll just say, then I'll look ahead and see when I'm good in the evening to talk.
Okay. All right. Well, that's awesome. Absolutely awesome. But yeah, if you would take a picture of your guilt letter and then I will post it on our page. I think that communication with your host by phone, text, and by mail is really key.
That is, because if you don't contact them at all and you just call them, a week before, they don't know who you are. And 2, it built that relationship with them. So then when I do walk into the house, then it's not as uncomfortable than not at all.
Right.
So, I have cancellations, we all do, but I'm hoping they're so far and few between.
Okay.
Did
awesome.
you create your postcards that you send out to each?
Well, it's been a long time, but Wendy and I actually went back and re-edited them all. And so now we have, changed the words a little bit and changed some of the pictures. Wendy, do you have the file?
You know what? I lost everything on my computer when we got hit by lightning, and so I do not have those anymore. Can you possibly send those to me again, and I will post them on the page?
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, and do make them your own. I mean, I didn't recreate the wheel, so if you see something there and you want to add a little bit more, go right ahead. You're not going to hurt my feelings at all. But that's the cool thing about this business. We take from each other and do it. But I'll send them. It'll be a couple files because I've got them like 4 on a page, and I color code them because I've got another. You can't see it, but over here on another desk, I got another basket, and every postcard is color coded. And so that way, because I got confused on which one I needed, so this way I can grab one out of each color and go ahead and paper clip them, and I'll take them to the car rider line or an appointment. So I'm not sitting here writing them all out. So I'll just paper clip them, and then when I have a few minutes, I'll sit and write them all out and write everything I need to, and then I'll move them over into this one. That way they're done. I don't have to remember. And, but yeah, I like the color codes that I have here. So you pick your own colors.
All right. Perfect. Yep. Yep. All right. Awesome. Anybody else have another question? No? Okay. Well, I don't know about you guys, but my neighbors must have spent a lot of money on fireworks because they're still going off.
We had one go off at like 4 a.m. this morning.
Oh, nice.
It was horrible.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys can hear them, but they're still going off here.
No, I don't hear them.
Okay. All right. All right, you guys. All right, so thank you, Denise. It was
you.
absolutely amazing. You are an amazing consultant, and thank you for sharing all your wisdom with us. For the rest of us, I will go ahead and post everything that Denise sends me. I'll post it on our 6 Weeks to Success page, and also I will post the homework. The homework will be up by tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
All right, you guys. All right, all of you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it. And
Thanks,
you guys have a good one. Thanks, Denise.
Yeah,
Bye, you guys. Bye, everybody.
bye.